Well, I think this pretty much closes the book on its Me Too. They're tuning in for Me Too. Oh, the WNBA's not going to like that. Oh, those Angel Reese trolls online that are trying to come for me and other YouTube channels, y'all aren't going to like this. Good. Too bad.
Angel Reese is having a hard time coping as Caitlin Clark has completely transformed WNBA ticket prices into premium commodities. We're talking about upper-level seats costing as much as a month's rent. It's like she's hitting three-pointers from outer space while fans are practically applying for business loans just to sit courtside. You have to wonder, is she even real? Or is she some kind of super athlete hybrid born from a mix of LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Taylor Swift? All this madness? It kicked off the moment Caitlin Clark made her comeback from injury. And now, people are wondering, what happened to Me Too?
Don't hate the player, hate the game she got, because she's really talented, especially for being Falangi, She's like the Stephen Curry of WNBA with the threes and stuff. Like, proven fact is, like, they had a game on June 7th scheduled, it was going to be Angel Reese's team, which plays for Chicago, and then for Caitlin Clark's team. They were supposed to go up there playing Chicago on June 7th. First, the ticket sales were at $76 a ticket. Then after they found out Caitlin Clark's not playing that game, she got injured, sales dropped to $25 a ticket.
But Caitlin Clark isn't just racking up assists, she's flipping the script on supply and demand. Fans are draining their bank accounts, the sports media is in overdrive, and league executives are scrambling to pump out more merchandise. The WNBA is riding her wave, yet too busy throwing shade to show any gratitude. It's simple. There was the WNBA before Clark, and now we've entered the age of Clarkonomics. Back then, tickets cost less than a gas station hot dog. Now, they are priced like they come with a dinner reservation with Oprah. If you're Team Caitlin, drop a baby goat in the comments, and leave the baby giraffe in the dust. Let's go.
I mean, it's more statistical proof, data, to confirm exactly what we've been saying, that Caitlin Clark is driving this whole ship, this whole bus. She's driving it, everybody else, get in the back. Get in the back.
Meanwhile, in what feels like a subplot straight out of a sitcom, Angel Reese is struggling to keep it together under the spotlight. You'd think bigger crowds would mean more attention, and maybe even more endorsement deals. But instead, Angel's acting like Caitlin's rise is a full-blown invasion of her personal circle. While Clark is out there sinking shots and turning arenas into ATM machines, Reese is throwing elbows like she's auditioning for Real Housewives, WNBA edition. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Hi, Angel. David Moses with the Bigs Media. Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question. Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you.
This isn't just a hot streak. Caitlin Clark has gone cosmic. She doesn't even need to be on the court to shift the game. TV ratings soar just from a mention of her name. Merchandise sells out the moment she's caught on camera, and even the arena staff are on edge like they are working a Beyoncé show. And yet, instead of embracing this tidal wave of spotlight, some players act like they'd rather defend a full-court press in flip-flops than admit she's actually boosting the whole league.
Ticket sales are down 70% in many places. The Fever played the Mystics 2 nights ago. The cheapest ticket before her injury was announced was $41, okay? The cheapest one. After her injury was announced and people knew that she wasn't going to be playing, the lowest ticket price dropped to $3. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. The WNBA doesn't quite realize what they have in Caitlin Clark. She is the absolute golden goose, the golden ticket. She is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They must protect her at all costs. You can argue all you want if she's the best player in the league, but you absolutely cannot argue if she's the most important, because she is. She is more valuable than all the other players combined, and that is just a fact.
You'd think players would embrace the momentum, roll out the red carpet for the one person actually getting people to pay attention, right? But instead, some of them act like Caitlin showed up and repossessed their endorsement deals. The energy isn't teamwork makes the dream work. It's more like, who let her sit at our lunch table?
WNBA is now suffering a major injury as Caitlin Clark is going to be out for 2 weeks with a quad injury. And the reason we're bringing this up specifically is the Clarkonomics effect to this. Obviously, players miss time all the time, but the Sky and the Fever were supposed to play in Chicago in about a week on June 7th. The opening ticket price was $86 because you have the Angel Reese vs. Caitlin Clark showdown that is now box office. Yeah, those tickets are now down to $25. Down to $25 after the injury announcement. And it's supposed to take place in the Bulls Arena, the United Center, as opposed to the normal Wintrust Arena. That's about a 12,000 seat difference, give or take.
And here's the twist. Clark could be on the bench, just hydrating, and the arena would still be packed. People are showing up for the chance of a glimpse. Who else draws that kind of buzz? Certainly not the athletes more focused on posting motivational quotes than putting up points. Respect to the veterans, absolutely. But let's also respect the 2.5 million viewers tuning in just to watch Clark get triple-teamed at half-court. Instead of riding the wave, some are out here trying to yank the surfboard away. There's this strange resentment, like Clark took something that was never theirs in the first place. Reality check. Clark isn't your competition. She's the rocket. And some of you are out here trying to cut the fuel line.
Now, fans that either sold their tickets or whatever, all of a sudden an emphasis is starting to get thrown onto the tickets where people believe she will be playing. And that's starting to make the ticket prices go up, and up.
On the surface, it's all handshakes and high fives. But underneath, it's eye rolls, hard fouls, and side comments about how she still needs to earn it. Earn it? Sis, she's the reason your team's next game is airing on ABC instead of buried on public access. And let's be honest, Caitlin's not even asking for special treatment. She's just out here launching logo range threes like her shooting hand's been blessed by NASA. Meanwhile, others are acting like they are the gatekeepers of basketball greatness.
It's a support system. That shouldn't change. I think, Caitlin knows that she has the ears and eyes in the locker room and the support that she has behind, whether it's us or anybody else. I would like to think that she knows it's there and to really take her time and make sure that she's, well enough to be who she needs to be for us, because I want the 100% Caitlin, so I'll take it.
The moment Clark touches the ball, the media goes into hyperdrive. It's like ESPN teamed up with National Geographic to track her every move in high-def slow motion. Analysts go wild, TikTok lights up with debates about defensive schemes, and still, we hear bitter soundbites claiming she hasn't proven herself. Let's be real, Caitlin's accomplished more in 1 month than some franchises have in their entire existence. Even when she's not playing, she's still the headline. Scalpers are out here charging Coachella-level prices just in case she suits up. Fans are desperate for even a glimpse, and meanwhile, some players are on social media acting like she personally cancelled their sneaker deals. The resistance is loud, but it's also totally off base. Sure, she's just a sophomore, but one who's probably sold more tickets than your entire last playoff run.
Turns out she's human after all, Dan. She's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks, it appears.
Yeah, what's interesting about Caitlin Clark? Remember last year, she played in the Final Four. Right after that, she went immediately to the WNBA. Draft came, season started, and, didn't miss a beat. And all of a sudden, she got a little rest and comes back, gets a little banged up. I heard you talking about it earlier, and it's going to be fascinating to me, Ricky. I've been to Fever games, and the one thing you notice, and this is more so than even when Peyton Manning was the quarterback of the Colts.
The level of denial here deserves an Olympic medal. No one's saying the WNBA hasn't always had elite talent. Diana Taurasi could probably elbow a wall and get a thank you note from it. But Caitlin Clark has tapped into something different. It's bigger than just basketball. It's cultural, it's viral, it's lightning trapped in a Gatorade bottle. You can't teach that, you can't replicate it, and you definitely can't outshine it with attitude alone. Nobody's claiming she's flawless. She turns the ball over, takes hits, and sometimes her shots don't land. But even her misses make headlines. She scratches her head, and suddenly 5 blogs are speculating about a concussion. That's what real star power looks like, not because she demanded it, but because she earned every bit of it. Caitlin's not just playing the game, she's redefining its future.
One word to describe Caitlin Clark.
Amazing.
Yes.
A beast. She is the truth.
If the league had any sense, they'd be bottling Caitlin's energy and marketing it like a WNBA-branded Red Bull. Instead, we get cold shoulders, locker room jabs, and dig sharper than Angel Reese's Instagram shade. Clark isn't here to go through some initiation, she's here to elevate the league from niche to essential. Yet some players still treat it like a freshman hazing ritual. The WNBA isn't a clubhouse, it's a business. And right now, Caitlin Clark is its best-selling product, the most-watched show, and the top trending topic all rolled into one. Angel Reese can sulk all she wants, but while she's busy throwing post-game shade, Clark is busy reshaping the league's future. If others don't step up soon, they'll be left watching her highlights from the sidelines. Again.
And I mean, she's the truth, and she was a rookie. Right?
Yeah.
Knock down the three-pointer, get to the rim. She can get to the free throw line. She's crafty.
Yeah, very crafty.
Crafty. So sometimes she look like she's coming off for a three-point shot and she backdoors you for a layup. She gets her teammates involved. She can pass. She can shoot. Man, she is the complete basketball player.
And here's where the real story gets interesting. Even casual fans who don't usually follow the WNBA are starting to notice how differently Caitlin Clark is treated. Is this really how you welcome the player bringing millions of new eyes to the game? Apparently, yes. If you're still upset about missing out on a Nike deal, that's a shame, because this should have been the easiest win in league history. This is the moment to leverage all the buzz to showcase every player, boost jersey sales, land bigger TV contracts, and push the league forward. Instead, half the league is acting like Clark's rise is some kind of threat rather than a game-changing breakthrough. Every time she steps on the court, or even when she doesn't, the league gets more attention. Yet some players seem more focused on gatekeeping than on building a lasting legacy. It's a missed opportunity because this could be a golden era if egos didn't block progress. Yes, Caitlin Clark is just a sophomore, but she's already commanding the ball, the spotlight, media coverage, and a market influence worth billions, all swirling around her like a perfect pick and roll. Whether she's draining logo range threes or just chilling on the bench with a Gatorade, the Caitlin Clark effect is real. The league can either embrace it or get left behind.
How crazy was this season versus the seasons past?
Our jersey sales were up 1,193%. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and we're thrilled about it. But it brought visibility to the whole team of the Fever and to the WNBA. But if we just want to keep it in Indiana, we look at ticket sales sold out every night, over 17,000 fans in our games at home. When Caitlin announced that she was coming out into the draft on a Thursday afternoon, from that time to Sunday night, we had over 6,000 phone calls, people wanting to buy season tickets. But even something as simple as our terrific mascot, Freddie Fever, his appearance requests went up 150% this season. So you talk about the Fever, the team, which is what we've been working on.
Let's be real. When the crowd is louder during warm-ups than the actual tip-off, you're witnessing more than just a game. You're seeing a major shift in the sports landscape. Clark didn't break the WNBA. She revealed its full potential. And apparently, that's a hard truth for those who thought their agents were the only ones holding the keys to influence. Just when you thought things couldn't get more surreal, here comes Kathy Angelberg, the WNBA commissioner, acting like she single-handedly launched the league into the mainstream. She's out here giving PowerPoint presentations titled How I Saved the WNBA, treating Caitlin Clark like some intern managing Gatorade logistics. Angelberg didn't drop 40 points in the Final Four, didn't shatter college viewership records, didn't spark a national merchandise craze, and didn't make casual male viewers suddenly get women's basketball. Yet, she's pitching herself as the marketing genius behind it all, armed with a press release and a vision board. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't some corporate strategy, it's a cultural earthquake. And you're lucky just to be holding on as it shakes everything up.
Shame on you! Kathy Engelbert pens this beautiful article written by Kathy, about Kathy, for Kathy, explaining why she is solely responsible for the boom of the WNBA. Folks, I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. The commissioner of the WNBA on transferring the league ahead of a breakout season. And what was that plan that Kathy Engelbert put in place? Working in partnership with my new WNBA team members, NBA colleagues, and WNBA owners, we developed a strategy with 3 pillars. The league would think player first.
To really put this to the test, take Caitlin Clark out of the picture. Poof, she's gone. Suddenly, the once roaring crowd feels more like a quiet high school reunion at a silent disco. ESPN coverage drops back down to being buried under cornhole championships and 2012 bowling reruns. Ratings? Let's just say they are limboing below basement level. But Kathy? She's out on a tour, treating every microphone like a chance to drop buzzwords like strategic growth initiatives, acting like she's Steve Jobs unveiling the WNBA iPhone. Sure, Kathy, because the nation suddenly started caring about Indiana Fever games thanks to your Q2 marketing plans. Nothing says mainstream appeal like a sudden urge to watch teams that, just 2 seasons ago, struggled to fill the second row at a bake sale. Meanwhile, she's treating Caitlyn like a background dancer on the Kathy Saves the WNBA tour.
Yes, man, you guys heard me correctly. None other than Kathy Engelbert is singing a different tune this season about Caitlin Clark. Now, we know last year she was talking about all of the other rookies being included in this, making a difference, being able to help contribute to the big bang of the WNBA. This time around, she's owing it all to Caitlin Clark. Me personally, I told y'all this at the beginning of the month. The chickens was coming home to roost for the WNBA, because I'm telling you right now, there has been a lot of spooky things going on and people is tired of it.
Meanwhile, we all know this whole show would still be stuck rehearsing in some YMCA gym if it weren't for Clark's magnetic pull turning the league into a national obsession. But instead of honoring her with a statue, Kathy's out here giving speeches about all the hard work behind the scenes. Behind the scenes? The only thing back there is a reality check ready to slam you. If Caitlyn took a week off, let's be honest, the league would slide backward faster than a player on a buttered floor. The truth? One player dragged this entire organization into prime time, and now Kathy's trying to spin it like a group effort. This isn't Kathy's master plan, it's Caitlyn's highlight reel. And the league is lucky just to be riding along, pretending to steer the ship. If the WNBA had any sense, they'd be bubble-wrapping Caitlin Clark between games and hiring Secret Service to guard her like she's carrying the nuclear codes. Forget load management. This is legacy management. She's not just a player. She's the main event, the halftime show, and the whole ad campaign rolled into one. And yet, every game, she's getting clobbered like she showed up at a clearance sale with a full cart. She's drawing more fouls than a chicken nugget in a vegan cafe, and the refs are just standing there like, play on, what are we, Mad Max, Fury Road.
But Kathy Engelbert, in her naivete or in her delusion, she takes credit for it. Instead of saying it's because of Caitlin Clark, instead of saying it's because of the person from Iowa, instead of saying it was because of her, Kathy says, oh, it's all me. My strategy, my plan, my 3 pillars. In this entire article, Kathy Engelbert mentions Caitlin Clark's name 2, maybe 3 times. Angel Reese's name once. Cameron Briggs' name once. Let's get right into it, because this article, from start to finish, is disgusting.
Here's a fresh idea. Protect the investment. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's driving an economic revival. She's the reason ticket prices on resale apps look like Beyoncé concert scalpers. She's the reason media outlets are finally treating the WNBA like a major sports league, not just a niche sideshow stuck between horse racing and cornhole. You'd think the league would be on high alert, making sure their golden ticket isn't hobbling into press conferences with ice packs glued to her soul. Instead, it's like they are testing how much physical abuse she can take before turning into a walking insurance claim. This is your LeBron, your Serena, your Steph Curry moment. But rather than building the Caitlin Clark cinematic universe, they are letting her get tackled like she wandered into an NFL scrimmage. Meanwhile, the very players who should be grateful for their suddenly bigger paychecks are throwing elbows like it's a 1992 Pistons cosplay night. She doesn't need a reality check. She needs security and a highlight reel aired before every game with a do not touch warning flashing on screen. Because without her, this season would feel like a lukewarm decaf latte. So give her the recognition she deserves. Shower her with it. Name an award after her. Give her a personalized rulebook. Build a hologram statue mid-season. Whatever it takes, because Caitlin Clark didn't just show up, she showed out. It's time the WNBA treated her like the superstar she is. If you support Caitlin, comment baby goat over baby giraffe below. Like, subscribe, and hit all notifications so you never miss a beat. Click the video on screen, and we'll see you next time.